So, I'm going to ask you a few questions about who's most likely to do things on the team, okay?
Oh boy, alright.
Alright, so who's most likely to be late for practice?
That's a tie. That's a tie between Ryan and Seawright.
Okay. Alright, so who's most likely to be late to practice?
Ryan.
Okay. So, I'm going to be asking you some questions. Who's most likely to be late for practice?
Ryan, all day.
Alright, who's most likely to be late for practice?
Me.
You?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Okay. Who's most likely to be late for practice?
Ryan.
Ryan, 100%?
No doubt.
So, who's going to be late for practice? Most likely to be late for practice?
Probably Ryan with Seawright trailing behind.
Who's most likely to be late to practice?
Ryan.
Who's most likely to core sample?
Probably Seawright.
Who's most likely to core sample?
It's a close one. Probably me, Nick, Seawright, one of us three.
Alright, who's most likely to core sample?
Me?
You? Why you?
I don't know. I'm clumsy sometimes.
Okay. Who is most likely to core sample?
I mean, it's got to, by default, it's got to be one of our front players. I think Drew Bell would core sample quite a bit if he actually dove, but he doesn't dive, so it's probably going to be Nick Ripple just by default.
Okay. Alright, who's most likely to core sample?
I'm gonna say Brett.
Who's most likely to core sample?
Core simple. Seawright probably.
Who's most likely to core sample?
Britt.
Most likely to trip while coming out of the break?
Stu.
Stu? Okay. Who's most likely to trip while running out of the break?
Probably Brett.
Who's most likely to trip while running out of the break?
Drew. No, I'm sorry. Britt. Definitely.
Most likely to trip running out of the break?
Seawright just, he keeps on getting hurt, so yeah, he's got to be tripping and falling somewhere, so yes, Seawright.
Who's most likely to trip while running out of the break?
Me.
You? Okay. Why?
I don't know. I just don't see anybody really tripping running out of the break. Maybe me or Stu.
Okay. Who's most likely to trip while running out of the break?
Brett.
Who's most likely to trip out of break?
Ooh. Oh wow. It's either going to be Drew, Daniel, or Peyton.
Okay. Who's most likely to start a fight?
Brett.
Britt? Who's most likely to start a fight? You?
I'm not going to say it out loud, but
Well, at least you can call it when you see it, right?
yes, ma'am.
Who's most likely to start a fight?
That's a hard one. It's probably Ryan or Stu if he's in the right mood.
Okay. Who's most likely to start a fight?
Yeah, there's a variety answer here. It could be Bianca, Britt, but either way, I'm usually coming in to end it, so like, it might seem like I started it. I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that?
Yeah, I'm there for my teammates in every way, shape, and form. That's just who I am as a human being.
That's good. Who's most likely to start a fight?
Bianco when he's got like 2 or 3 beers in it.
Who's most likely to start a fight?
Ryan.
Brian? All right. Who's most likely to start a fight?
Coach Bianco.
Who's the funniest on the team?
Justin Bailey.
Who thinks they're the funniest on the team?
Thinks they're
No, who is the funniest?
Who's the funniest? Ryan and Bailey probably, one of those two.
All right, who's the funniest?
We got some people that can generate some layups on this team. I personally like Britt because he's the real simple lines, and it'll take you a second for it to really sink in, and then gets me good. So Britt Simpson.
All right, cool. All right, who's the funniest on the team?
We give it to Pate.
Okay. The last one. Okay, so who's most likely to... Damn, what was the last one?
There was 2. Who's funniest?
Oh yeah, who's the funniest?
That's a tie. That's going to Well, Bailey is funny, and then Pate's like, he thinks he's funny, and the rest of the guys thinks he's funny, but Coach doesn't always find him funny, so we'll go ahead and say it's a tie between Bailey and Pate.
Okay, that's fair enough. So who is the funniest on the team?
I don't know if he really knows, but it's probably Mike Bianco.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, last one. Who's the funniest?
The funnest?
The funniest.
Funniest. Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah, I think Ryan. Ryan or Bailey. One of them two. It's a battle between them two.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, last but not least, who thinks they're the prettiest on the team?
Mike Brown.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who thinks they're the prettiest on the team?
It's between Mike Brown and Nick Ripple. We'd have to have like a fashion show, have them walk the runway to find out who the real prettiest is. But it's between them two.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Who thinks they're the prettiest on the team?
Nick.
Okay. Who thinks he's the prettiest out of all of the Hurricanes?
Nick Ripple.
Nick Ripple?
Thinks he's the prettiest, but he also is the prettiest.
Who thinks they are the prettiest?
Justin Bailey.
Who thinks they're the prettiest?
Mike Brown.
Okay. All right. Who thinks they're the prettiest?
Michael.
Michael? All right. Thank you for your answers.